I prey upon the weak, the harmless, and the unsuspecting. This lesson I was taught by others, might makes right. These words are not fiction. They were spoken by one of the deadliest serial killers in history, with no trace of remorse. Christopher Berry-Dee, criminologist and author, has spent decades interviewing such people. His book, Talking with Psychopaths, Beyond Evil, takes us into those conversations. In this summary, we step inside the minds of some of the most chilling figures of modern crime. Act 1. The Interrogator. Berry-Dee isn't a sensationalist. He's a criminologist with years of experience. His method? Sit across the table, ask a question, and then wait in silence. Silence unnerves killers. Most hate a vacuum, so they talk. And when they talk too long, they reveal what they don't want you to know. He noticed something uncanny. Many enjoyed being listened to. They smiled when describing manipulation. They bragged about control. Some even tried to manipulate him during the interview. But Berry-Dee didn't flinch. His calm patience was the scalpel that cut through their masks.
2. What makes a psychopath? Berry-Dee explains that psychopaths share traits: charm, manipulation, a total absence of empathy, and a predatory view of human beings. And they come in all shapes and sizes. Which brings us to the case files. Case File 1, John Wayne Gacy, the Killer Clown. On the surface, a friendly businessman, a neighbor who dressed as Pogo the Clown. Behind closed doors, a man who murdered dozens of young men, hiding many beneath his home. In interviews, Gacy was cocky. He denied, deflected, and even joked about body counts. His mentality? Mocking, arrogant, utterly devoid
Case
of
File
remorse.
2. Henry Lee Lucas, the Confessor. Lucas confessed to killing his girlfriend, but then began confessing to hundreds of murders he hadn't committed. In the interview room, Lucas relished the chaos. Berry-Dee saw how he toyed with police, smirking when they chased false leads. For Lucas, lies were as valuable as murder. Both gave him power. His mentality, control through deception. Case File 3, Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Ridgway confessed to killing 71 women, most of them sex workers. He chose them because he thought police wouldn't prioritize their cases. In interviews, Ridgway's voice was flat, emotionless. Asked why he did it, he replied, "They were easy. Nobody missed them." His mentality, efficient predator, killing as a routine.
Case File 4, Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper.
In the 1970s, Sutcliffe terrorized northern England. He attacked women at night, later claiming God had commanded him. In Berry-Dee's interview, Sutcliffe spoke softly, almost politely, but framed himself as a man on a mission. His mentality, violence justified by delusion, murder rationalized as morality. Case File 5, Eileen Wuornos, the Damaged Avenger. Wuornos killed 7 men in Florida, claiming they tried to assault her. Courts ruled it was premeditated murder. When Berry-Dee spoke with her, she shifted between laughter, tears, and anger. Unlike Gacy or Ridgway, she wasn't empty. She was boiling with trauma and rage. Her mentality, murder as a twisted form of revenge against a cruel world.
How they killed, how they were caught. John Wayne Gacy preyed on teenage boys and young men. His method was chillingly consistent, luring them with promises of work or alcohol, tricking them with handcuffs, and then strangling them. For years, he buried the bodies beneath his own house. What finally exposed him was persistence from police and a search that revealed the crawlspace filled with corpses. His suburban home became one of the most horrifying crime scenes in American history. Henry Lee Lucas killed impulsively, strangling, stabbing, suffocating. But what made him infamous was his web of lies. He confessed to murders all across America, many of them false. Investigators eventually proved that his confessions didn't match the facts. Lucas was unmasked not just as a killer, but as a manipulator who craved attention more than truth. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, operated like a predator on a hunting ground. He picked up vulnerable women, strangled them, and dumped the bodies near rivers and woods. For decades, he evaded justice, until DNA evidence caught up with him. In 2001, technology linked him to the murders. Even then, Ridgway spoke of his crimes as if they were routine chores. Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper, stalked the streets of England. He attacked women with a hammer and screwdriver, often in dark alleys. For years, police chased false leads and hoaxes. But eventually, Sutcliffe was stopped almost by accident, pulled over in a stolen car, where officers discovered the tools of his crimes. Eileen Wuornos shot her victims at close range. She claimed each killing was self-defense, but investigators saw a pattern. She robbed the men, took their belongings, and abandoned their cars. Her downfall came when police found her fingerprints on a victim's car and matched her to pawned items. Unlike the men Berry-Dee interviewed, Wuornos broke down in custody. Her rage turned into despair. 3. Patterns behind the mask. From these encounters, Berry-Dee identified chilling patterns: charm as camouflage, manipulation as control, absence of remorse, and twisted logic. These killers weren't chaotic, they were deliberate predators wearing human masks. Act 4. Lessons for us. Psychopaths in everyday life. Berry-Dee warns, not all psychopaths are killers. Many live among us in workplaces, friendships, and relationships. At work, they may rise quickly, charming at first, but soon stealing credit, humiliating others, and exploiting staff. As colleagues, they gossip, withhold information, and sabotage while smiling to your face. In relationships, they overwhelm with charm, then control with gaslighting and isolation. Love blinds their victims until escape feels impossible. The insight is clear. If being around someone consistently drains you, belittles you, or makes you less yourself, you may be dealing with a psychopath. The golden rules. Trust actions, not words. Set firm boundaries early. Don't give them emotional fuel. Stay calm and factual. Protect your energy. Sometimes leaving is the only way to win.
Act 5. The Dark Reflection. Berry-Dee's final insight: psychopaths are not monsters from another world. They are human, and that is what makes them terrifying. Evil doesn't always snarl. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it wears a clown suit. Sometimes it shakes your hand. Talking with Psychopaths Beyond Evil is not just a book, it's a mirror. It forces us to ask, are psychopaths born, or are they made?